Hello my dear students, this is the third session of half yearly question paper solving session, and we are going to quickly wind it off because I don't want to bore my kids, and all my students who have seen my two sessions of question paper solving will obviously be interested in watching this video because this is the most important part of the complete question paper. In this question paper, I am covering the section D as well as section E, which carries 4 markers as well as the case study questions. So let us start with section D here. Section D is asking me the 32nd question. Prove that if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in distinct point, then the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. And I also have to prove AB by DB is equal to AC by EC. This question is a theorem. In the complete set of half yearly paper or your board paper, obviously one theorem or two theorems are particularly going to take the marks. There is a mark allotment for theorem, and this is called BPT theorem, basic proportionality theorem, also known as Thales theorem. The statement of the theorem is completely given to me. According to the theorem, I have just drawn the triangle. This is my triangle ABC, and D and E are the point of division of AB and AC, which are non-parallel, and I have been provided with DE parallel to BC. Now I have to prove that AB by DB is equal to AC by EC. Let us do a small construction here. What is my construction? I am joining BE and DC, as well as I am drawing perpendiculars to the sides AD and AE meeting at M and N. So we'll just draw CD and BE joining them, and EM is perpendicular to AD and DN is perpendicular to AE. Now if I want to find the area of the triangle here, if area of triangle ADE is considered, it is nothing but half base into height. So my base is AD and height is EM, so it will be half into AD into EM. Same way, if I take the lower part of the triangle, triangle BDE will be equal to, if I just bifurcate the figure here, this is my triangle A, B, D and E, M. So half base into height, half base into height. Therefore, area of triangle BDE will be half into BD into EM. I am considering the external height here. When I am dividing these two equations, considering equation 1, equation 2, divide them, half getting cancelled, EM is getting cancelled. Therefore, I am left with AD divided by DB. In a similar manner, if I am taking the other side of the triangle with my perpendicular EN there, then I am able to see that half the area of the same triangle ADE is half into AE into DN. Area of the lower part of the triangle CED is half into EC into DN. Again, I am dividing these two triangle or the areas, I am left with AE by EC. Therefore, when I take or compare the two given two equations that I got, the equation A and the equation B, the LHS of the equations are equal. You all might know that in 9th standard we had a simple parallelogram like this. If I have a parallelogram and I am dividing the parallelogram here into two different parts, if I am considering this area and this area, since the triangles here, I have two triangles ABC and DBC. Both the triangles have the same base BC and they lie between the same parallel, that is AD and BC, then the areas of the triangle were equal. A similar manner of arrangement is seen in this figure also. The triangle CED and the triangle BED lie between the same base and between the same parallel, so the area of both the triangles will be equal. Therefore, I am replacing area of triangle CED with BED. Therefore, the LHS of both the equations become equal. Therefore, I can equate the RHS. My RHS is AD by DB is AE by EC. Once I got the areas of the triangle as proportional, obviously I can write the proportionality in two different aspects. That is, if this is my triangle ABC and the point of division is D and E, I can take part by part as the part of the other side by the part of the other side, or part by whole is equal to part by whole. So in the second component which I have to prove, I have the whole by part is equal to whole by part. Since the triangle were similar, I can write the ratio randomly, and hence I have written, and hence it is proved. So a theorem connected to a question is randomly given here, which is very important, and you have to without fail attempt the theorem. Even if it is not known to you, you can just write the statement to prove and whatever things known to you, so that you are grabbing the amount of marks that is allotted here. Moving to the next question. What is my next question telling us? Let us quickly brief the question. Yes. My next question is telling me, solve the following system of linear equation graphically. There are two important linear equations given, 4x minus 5y minus 20 equal to 0 and 3x plus 5y minus 15 equal to 0. I also have to draw them graphically. I have to solve them graphically, and I have to shade the region where the points are meeting the y-axis. So I have just randomly given or taken the two equations here, 4x minus 5y minus 20 equal to 0. Once I shift the y and the constant, I get 4x equal to 20 plus 5y. So x will be 20 plus 5y by 4. Once I got this, I am randomly taking certain values of x and y. Once y is 0, I am getting x as 5. When y is negative 4, I am getting x as 0. Considering the second equation, 3x plus 5y minus 15 was equal to 0, hence x was equal to 15 minus 5y by 3. When I considered y as 0, x was 5. When I considered y as 3, x is 0. 2 points are enough for us to draw a graph, hence representing this system of equation in a graph and marking them. When I took the x and y axis and randomly marked 5, 0 and 0, minus 4 here, and 0, negative 0, 3 and 5, 0, I could see that the point of intersection of the graph was exactly at 5, 0. Therefore, once I saw the equation here, this graph is touching the y-axis here. It is touching the y-axis. The coordinates of the graph will be 0, 3, 0, negative 4 and 5, 0 will be the coordinates of the triangle. Coordinates of the triangle, and this will be the shaded part. In some questions will be even asked to find the area of the shaded part. So if that is being asked, I will consider this as the base and this as the height and find the area using the formula half base into height. My dear children, it's very important for you to analyze the question. Marking here in the Cartesian plane with no errors is very important, as well as solutions finding without getting a decimal number or a fraction is important again. So make sure you're doing it in a proper manner without solving or some kinds of errors. So this was a question in which two linear equations were given and we had to plot it graphically without solving it using elimination or the substitution method. Hence I have done it. Please have a quick view on it and further move on. Alright. So moving on to the next question here. Next question is a beautiful question. In the next part of the question, that is the 34th question. The 34th question is allotted with 4 marks again, and we have an option here. The first part of the 34th question is telling me an AP consists of 37 terms. The sum of 3 middlemost term is 225 and the sum of 3 last term is 429. I have to find the AP. We all know that whenever there are 37 terms in the AP and I have to find the middle term, 37 is an odd number. So 37, since it is an odd number, what am I doing to find the middle term? I am adding 1 and dividing with 2. 37 plus 1 by 2 is 38 by 2, which is giving me my 19th term. So what do I mean by this? 19th term is my middle term. So 3 terms from the middle term they are asking. So I am taking the 18th, 19th and the 20th term. So 3 middlemost terms will be 18th, 19th and 20th term, adding them together I am getting 225. The elaboration of A18 is A plus 17D, A19 is A plus 18D, A20 is A plus 19D, add sums up to 225. Taking A common, A plus A is 3A plus 54D is 225. Therefore, I consider this as my equation 1. Again, I'll go back to the question because one part of the question is done. I have to reframe the question again. In the next part of the question, they are telling me the last 3 terms added together. That is, I have 37 terms in the AP. Last 3 terms would be 37, 36, 35. These 3 terms added together, I am getting 429. So, 37 term can be elaborated as A plus 34D, A plus 35D, A plus 36D adds up to 429. I know A's are common, so 3A plus 105D is 429. I got my first equation, I got my second equation. Using elimination or substitution, I can find the values of A and D. Here the A's are already equal, so I am subtracting 1 and 2. I got 51, D is 204, D is randomly becoming 4. Substituting this value of D in any of the equation, we got the value of A as 3. Once A and D is known to me, I can easily frame the AP. Therefore, my AP will be 3, 7, 11 and 15. A question in which the middle term was to be found. The middle term can only be found if it is an even number, directly dividing it with 2. If it is an odd number, I have to add 1 and divide by 2. Please keep it in mind so that you are not missing any of the components here, and you will be able to get 4 out of 4 marks allotted to this question with no errors at all. So this was the first part of the question, and let us see what is there in the second or part of the question as well. I don't want my kids to lose any single component or single marks as well. Hence, I have solved almost all of the or parts of the question also, so that no student will feel that only one option is left with him or her. My children, my session should be in such a manner that it is giving you clarity on maths, it is giving you the complete concept clarity so that you are not at all able to have any doubts related to the complete question paper. Alright, so going to OR part, the 34th OR part here. What is the OR part telling me? The ratio of the 11th term to 18th term of an AP is 2:3. Whenever you read such type of question, immediately try to figure out the equation based on it. What is it? A11 divided by A18 is 2/3. What should I find here? Find ratio of 5th term to 21st term, that is A5 by A21 is question mark. I also have to find the ratio of sum of first 5 terms to the sum of 21 terms, that means S5 by S21. Two important things are unknown to me here. That is, I have to find the ratio of A5 by A21 as well as I have to find the ratio of S5 by S21. Whenever in an AP I have to find something which is unknown, I should have two important components, that is the first term and the common difference. First term and common difference can only be found by using the given component of the question, that is A11 by A18 was 2/3. I elaborated A11, that is A plus 10D. Elaborating A18, A plus 17D is 2/3. Cross multiply and bring the A's and D's to one corner, you are getting A as 4D. I have put it in a block, A is now equal to 4D. Now what should I find? A5 by A21. A5 divided by A21, A5 elaborating as A plus 4D, A21 elaborating as A plus 20D. What is A? According to the block it is 4D, substitute it there, 4D plus 4D, 4D plus 20D, 4D plus 20D, correct? Therefore, 4 and 4, 8D by 24D, I got the ratio as 1:3, my first part is done. Now I have to find S5 by S21. What is SN formula? We know that SN is equal to N by 2 into 2A plus N minus 1 into D. Once I substitute n as 5, it will be 5 by 2 into 2a plus 4d. If I substitute n as 21, it is 21 by 2 into 2a plus 20d. 2 and 2 in the denominator are getting cancelled. I am left with 5 by 21, substituting in the place of a as 4d. And whenever I am simplifying it, I am getting the final S 5 by S21 ratio as 5 by 49. The simple simplification here, which is cancelling out the d's as well as certain numbers, are able to be done and seen on the board here. Just pause the video for a while and look into the concepts that is being done, so that you will be able to give the computation level, give the important clarity on what are the inputs that you have to take in the question. So AP question with 2 OR parts is done now. Let us see what is next and how to further move ahead. 35th question says that a bus travels at a certain average speed for a distance of 75 km and then travels a distance of 90 km at an average speed of 10 km per hour. These types of questions come up in 2 chapters. One is linear equation in 2 variable, one is quadratic equation. But most of you will always say that, ma'am, distance, speed is deleted, upstream, downstream is deleted, which is not going to happen. They are there in the complete syllabus and you have to, of course, adopt to learn them. Let us do this question and you will feel somewhat comfortable after I solve this on the board. A bus travels at an average speed for a distance of this. Whenever I have and read these type of questions, first of all, whatever is unknown to me, I'll take that as x. So here my original speed is unknown, so I am taking, let my original speed be x km per hour. According to the question, 75 kilometers is covered in some speed, so 75 by x. 90 kilometers is covered for a speed 10 kilometers more than the original speed. So 90 by x plus 10 is giving me a duration of 3 hours. So my equation becomes 75 by x plus 90 by x plus 10 equal to 3. After framing any question or any equation from the question, reread the question as well as the equation, match them. If you are able to relate the equation with the statement, I think your equation is perfect, you can move on. So here what I have done, in the second step, I just took 3 common. So 21 and 25 retained by x plus 90 can be written as 3 30s are 3 went out, 30 by x plus 10 equal to 3. Both the ends 3 got cancelled. Now I am just elaborating by taking LCM. My LCM is product of the denominator x into x plus 10. 25 into x plus 10 plus 30x. When I elaborated, I got an equation called as x square minus 45x minus 250 equal to 0. Splitting the middle term, the products will be 50, 5s are 250. So negative 50x plus 5x is giving me 45x. So I got the value of x as negative 5 km per hour and positive 50 km per hour. Obviously speed can't be negative, so this will be my right answer and the value of x with negative 5 will be my wrong answer. Therefore the original speed of the object will be plus 50 km per hour in this case. So section D has a wide range of marks also, has a wide range of concept also. If your concept is clear, I am repeating the same sentence from that time. If your concept is clear, you will be able to score high marks after section D. Okay, so I have covered almost of all or parts of the question also and done it. So please make sure you are able to comfortably note down the things without leaving any part of the answer. Moving to 35th question, which is again a part of section D itself, and let us try to figure it out. The 35th question or part has, we did this question, a bus travelled at certain average speed. Now let us take the question with age related component. 7 years ago, Varun's age was 5 times the square of Swati's age. So what am I doing? I am considering 7 years ago Varun's age was 5 times the square of Swati's age. So I am taking 7 years ago's age only. Let their ages be x. Swati's age is x. So Varun will be 5 times the square of Swati's age. So 5 multiplied with x square. This is the scenario of 7 years ago. Now if my age is 35, 7 years ago it will be subtracted. But what am I doing? I am considering 7 years previous age only as x. So if I want to consider my present age, it will be 7 added to it. Therefore, the present age of Swati will be x plus 7. The present age of Varun will be 5x square plus 7. Many situations are there where we take the present age as x and subtract for ago and add for hence. Here we are doing it in a different format. I am taking the previous year's age as x and adding on it to the present age with the number of years counted with me. Therefore, what is happening here? The question continues to 3 years later. 3 years later means if my present age is x plus 7, 3 will be added to it, it becomes x plus 10. Same way Varun's age will also be added with 3, it becomes 5x square plus 10. They are specifying that Swati's age will become 2/5 of Varun's age. What was Swati's age? X plus 10. 2 by 5. What is Varun's age? 5x square plus 10. When I am adding it and substituting everything, 5x plus 10 is equal to 5 common, x square plus 2, 5 and 5 are getting cancelled here. So x plus 10 is equal to 2x square plus 4. Taking everything to a common and I am getting an equation 2x square minus x minus 6 equal to 0. Splitting the middle term is the only way through which we can solve this. Hence I got the splitted component as 2x plus 3 and x minus 2 equal to 0. When I substituted or equated it to 0, I got x as negative 3 by 2 and x as 2. Now you tell me, can an age be negative? Obviously it can't be negative because ages are always in whole numbers or in fraction but positive. But here I am getting x as negative 3 by 2, which will be my wrong answer, and x equal to 2 will be my right answer. But the age of Swati and Varun is not x here. The age of Swati, the present age of Swati was x plus 7. So 2 plus 7 gives me 9 years. The age of Varun was 5x square plus 7. So 5 into 2 square plus 7 is giving me 27 years. So when I have to conclude the answer, I have to take their present ages and then only conclude, not by just splitting the middle term getting a random value. You have to keep it in mind. The conclusion part of the answer is very important. Many teachers are there who will not give you the marks until you conclude the complete answer. So when you are doing a lot of compositions, lot of things and getting the concluded answer, write one more step ahead and do it properly. Alright. So my dear students, let us now move on to section E, the last part of the question paper, where the questions will be simple based on case study, but our computation and the markings will be high. So here there is a case study given to us. In the case study, if I am reading the paragraph, India is competitive manufacturing location due to the low cost of manpower and strong technical and engineering capabilities. Contributing to higher quality production runs, the production of TV sets in a factory increases uniformly in a fixed price every year. It produced 16,000 sets in 6th year and 22,600 in 9th year. Based on this paragraph, I have to read or do the questions that are given below. The first question is, find the production during the first year. First question is, find the production during the first year. What is given from the paragraph? The 6th year production was 16,000, 9th year production was 22,600. Elaborating, A9 is A plus 8D, which is 22,600. A6 is A plus 5D, which is 16,000. I am placing this equation below and subtracting. I got the value of D as 6,600. Once I got the value of D, I am randomly finding the value of A by substituting it in the first equation, that is A plus 5D equal to 16,000. So A plus 5 into 2200 is 16,000. A plus 11,000 is 16,000. A is 5,000. What was my first question? Find the production during the first year. So my first year production is 5,000. Second question is, find the production during the 8th year. I have to find the production during 8th year. A8 can be written as A plus 70. A was 5,000 and D was 2,200. Just adding it, I am getting 20,400. My third question was, find the production during the first 3 years. My first 3 years production will be, I have to add up the first term, the second term and the third term. My first term was 5,000, common difference was 2,200. Second term, so my A2 will be A plus D, which is 5,000 plus 2,200. That is 7,200. My third year will be A plus 2D, that is 5,000 plus 4,400, that is 9,400. Once I am adding all these components, I am getting the complete value of, when I am adding all these components, my production during the first 3 years will be 21,600. In the fourth question, they are asking me, in which year my production will be 29,200. That is, I have to find N, which year. I know AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. So 29,200 was AN, A is 5,000, N I don't know, and D I substituted. Whenever we have to find N, I have to first shift A, which is giving me 24200. I have to divide it with D and add it with 1, I am getting N as 12. That means in the 12th year, my production will be 29,200. So in this case study, based on AP, there is a TV production unit which was producing so many TVs per year going with certain amount duration, and the sub questions were provided and we have solved it in a simple manner. The next case study here is based on coordinate geometry. Let us see what is there in the 37th question, the second case study of the half yearly paper. In this paper, in this case study, we are able to see that we have different locations of a house, bank and a school as well as an office. A person by name Mr. Ayush is starting to walk from house to office, office to bank, bank to his school, daughter's school and various locations, and they are asking us to find the distance between the particular points where the coordinates of the points or the house, bank, school and office are provided to us. First of all, when figure like this is provided, write down the input what is there from the figure. So my coordinates of the house is 2,4, coordinate of bank is 5,8, coordinate of school is 13,14, coordinate of the office is 13,26. So my first question is, what is the distance between house and bank? The coordinates of house is 2,4 and the coordinates of bank is 5,8. I am using distance formula, which is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So it is 2 minus 5 the whole square, 4 minus 8 the whole square. Therefore negative 3 square, negative 4 square adds up to 9 plus 16, which is 25. Root 25 is 5 kilometer. Hence the distance between the house and the bank will be 5 kilometers for Mr. Ayush to start with. The second question is asking me, what is the distance between daughter's school and office? The coordinates of school was given as 13,26 and the coordinates of office was given as 13,14. Therefore, I am taking the distance formula as x2 minus x1 the whole square and y2 minus y1 the whole square, which is 13 minus 13 the whole square plus 26 minus 14 whole square, giving me root of 144, which is nothing but 12. Root of 144, if you are unable to do it using prime factorization method and try to solve it out. In the third part of the question, they are asking me to find the complete distance of the first, second and the third question. So the total distance covered will be 5 kilometers plus 10 kilometer plus 12 kilometer, which is turning 27 kilometer. In this type of case study questions, the coordinates that you have to take, you have to pay attention, as well as the formula, and applying the inputs on the formula is the priority that you have to use. Moving to the last question of the complete set of question paper, 38th question. Let us read the paragraph and the last case study of the complete question paper. Rainbow is an arc of colors that is visible in the sky after rain, or when water droplets are present in the atmosphere. The colors of rainbows are generally red, orange, yellow, blue, green, indigo and violet. Each color of the rainbow makes a parabola. We know that any quadratic polynomial p of x equal to ax square plus bx plus c represent a parabola on the graph, and there is a simple rainbow diagram given below the paragraph. After reading the paragraph, analyze which chapter. Obviously polynomials chapter. Parabola comes in when the graph is inverted U or a upward U. Now if I am just viewing what are the questions related to this case study, there is a graph given to us in the form of a rainbow. In this graph, I am able to see that the graph is touching the x-axis at two different positions here. This is my first position, this is my second position. Therefore, I can say it is a quadratic polynomial. What is the first question asking me? The graph of a rainbow y is equal to f of x is shown. Write the number of zeros of the curve. I just now told you the graph is touching the x-axis at two different positions. This will be my alpha, this will be my beta. Therefore, two zeros are there for this polynomial. Two zeros. Second question, if the graph of a rainbow does not intersect the x-axis but intersect y-axis at one point, what are they meaning? I have a graph like this. It is not intersecting the x-axis but it is intersecting the y-axis at one point. Does it have any zero? Obviously not. It has no zeros because zeros are only counted when the graph touches the x-axis. In this situation, the graph is not touching the x-axis, hence this graph will not have any zeros. We'll conclude the answer as no zeros. Third question, if a rainbow is represented by the quadratic polynomial p of x is equal to x square plus a plus 1 into x plus b, they are just giving us an equation p of x equal to x square plus a plus 1 into x plus b. It is having two zeros. One is 2, so I'll substitute p of 2. P of 2 is 2 square plus a plus 1 into 2 plus b equal to 0. 4 plus 2a plus 2 plus b equal to 0. So 2a plus b plus 6 equal to 0, or I can write b is equal to negative 2a and put it in a block. In the second part, negative 3 is my 0. So p of negative 3, let us find out. Negative 3 whole square plus a plus 1 into negative 3 plus b. So this is 9 plus a plus 1 into negative 3 plus b equated to 0. This becomes 9 minus 3a minus 3 plus b equal to 0. So I can write 9 or 9 minus 3 gives me 6 minus 3a plus b equal to 0. I am substituting the value of b here. 6 minus 3a minus 6 minus 2a equal to 0 minus 5a is equal to 0. A is 0. When a is 0, substituting in the position of b, minus 6 minus 2a minus 6 minus 2 into 0. So b also becomes negative 6. So I got the value of a and b as 0, negative 6. What is important here? Two zeros are given. I'll substitute x as 2 and negative 3, not a and b as 2 and negative 3. Please keep it in mind. Now there is a OR question related to this. The polynomial x square minus 2x minus 7p plus 3 is given, represents a rainbow. If negative 4 is the 0 of the polynomial, find p. So I have to find p of negative 4 and equate it to 0 because it is a 0 of polynomial. So negative 4 whole square minus 2 into negative 4 minus 7p plus 3 equal to 0. So So it's 16, my plus 8, negative into negative is positive 8, minus 7p minus 3 equal to 0. Minus 7p, 16 and plus 8 is 24, minus 3 is plus 21 equal to 0. Negative 7p equal to negative 21, p is negative 21 by negative 7, which is exactly 3. So I got the value of p as 3. After that, I have to also find the other 0. Once I substitute the value of p here, let us do it. X square minus 2x minus 7 into 3 plus 3. So this equation becomes x square minus 2x minus 21 plus 3. X square minus 2x. This is minus 18 equal to 0. Now I have to split this x square. So I'll split this equation using discriminant or quadratic formula. Discriminant will be equal to b square minus 4ac, that is negative 2 the whole square minus 4 into 1 into negative 18. So it's 4 plus 32, 3, 72. So 76 is discriminant, which is greater than 0. I'll substitute this value of the discriminant in the quadratic formula, that is x equal to negative b plus or minus root d by 2a. That is negative of negative 2 plus root 76 by 2 into a is 1. Therefore, I'll be getting negative into negative is positive 2 plus root 76 by 2. I can write this as 2 by 2 plus root 76 by 2. Root 76, I have to just elaborate it as 2 38s are 2 19s. So this can be written as 2 root 19. Hence 2 and 2 are getting cancelled. 1 plus 2 root 19 by 2. So my roots are 1 plus root 19 and 1 minus root 19. Hence the question paper in which the parabola or rainbow based questions are given, randomly substitute the values of the given 0 in the position of x and not in the position of the unknown constant, whether it is a, p, k or something else. Do the question paper in such a manner that it pleases the teacher to give you marks. It pleases the teacher to not to deduct any marks in any part of any point of time. So this was a question paper session in which we have divided the complete session into 3 different parts and given you the apt amount of information as well as question wise based important clarities. So I hope this will be finding you people with comfort, as well as you will be able to join us with further more sessions of the related topics. If you wish to know more about these types of question papers and wish to download more question papers based on the same things, you can press the link given in the description box. You might find many question papers like this which will find you more interesting and important. You can follow us on vidhyapeetha.live as well. Subscribe my YouTube channel Vidhyapeetha 9th and 10th, and thank you for watching. Have a great day.